American President Donald Trump is known for taking decisions as per his whims and fancies, keeping aside conventional logic. For instance, have you heard of a head of state settling a personal lawsuit with his own government in exchange for creating a fund for his supporters? Well, such a scenario is raising eyebrows now. Earlier in January, Trump and his sons sued the Internal Revenue Service, which is America's federal tax agency, after his and his company's tax records were leaked in 2019 and 2020. They demanded $10 million in damages, citing a dent to their reputation. But here comes the surprise. Donald Trump and his sons agreed to drop the charges. In return, his administration agreed to create the Anti-Weaponization Fund. Now, as per the U.S. Department for Justice, this fund provides a formal process for people and entities who claim to have been unfairly targeted by the government for political, ideological, or personal reasons. With a corpus of $1.7 billion, this fund will be overseen by a 5-member commission appointed by Attorney General Todd Blanche. This is not at all. It doesn't end here. Remember, Donald Trump's shadow will loom large as he will have the power to remove the members. This commission can issue monetary rewards as well as a formal apology to claimants. Now, the move has triggered a political firestorm expectedly. Democrats dubbed this as a slush fund, which will be unjustly used to enrich Trump supporters with taxpayers' money. This may include nearly 1,600 people who've been accused of being involved in the 2021 attack on the U.S. Capitol. 93 Democrats in the U.S. House of Representatives have now moved the court, urging this to be rejected in the settlement.
Because his original claim was utterly bogus and vacuous. They shouldn't be settling for anything because there's no validity to his underlying cause of action. So really the report should be Donald Trump is setting up a $1.7 billion political slush fund for the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers and his other political lieutenants and hangers-on.
Meanwhile, yet another move by Donald Trump has left everyone baffled. As per reports, the Trump administration will allow 10,000 more white South Africans into America in the current fiscal year, at a time when the refugee program remains cut off to people from almost every other country. Last year, remember, he restricted the number of refugees for the fiscal year 2026 to 7,500. Most of these slots were reserved for Afrikaners, a group of white South Africans descended mainly from Dutch settlers. Now remember, South Africa remains America's largest trading partner in Africa. Justifying its move, raising the refugee ceiling to 17,500 now, the U.S. State Department reportedly told the U.S. Congress that unforeseen developments in South Africa have created an emergency refugee situation. Previously, Donald Trump claimed that a genocide is taking place in South Africa where white farmers are being brutally killed and their land is getting confiscated. However, critics have slammed this claim.
Afrikaners are just being used as pawns in this racist policy of the Trump administration. There is, of course, proven over and over again that there's no genocide against white Afrikaners in South Africa. The majority of white Afrikaners in South Africa are living a happy, happy life.
Now, in pursuance of his stance, Trump cut off aid to South Africa, boycotted last year's G20 summit in Johannesburg, and banned the country from attending any G20 meetings in US this year. South Africa's President Cyril Ramaphosa has reiterated that Donald Trump's claims are baseless.